I've always loved driving on track, but let's be honest, it's incredibly expensive, and in Michigan at least, well, we can only do it for about 8 months out of the year, because the other 4, we live in a frozen wasteland. So, what's the plan? We're gonna make a racing simulator. I should let go. Let's start with the computer. Using a bunch of old parts that I saved up over the years of upgrading my main computer, I was able to just build an entire separate computer with a bunch of parts that was just stored in the basement. For the sim rig, I thought about DIYing one, but realistically when I started working out the pricing, buying a pre-made actually just made a little bit more sense. Especially since the DIY setups require you to buy, an additional seat. Pre-mades come with them, and that was a big cost that I was able to save on. I went with the Next Level Racing FGT, and overall it's really great build quality. The seat has sliders on it, which makes it easier for when my friends are driving. And overall, I'm really happy with it. I should let go. Alright, so we have the sim rig kind of taking its final form. We did a little bit of adjustment on it, and it's feeling pretty decent. The monitor is hooked up, computer's not in, it's not started up yet, but overall it looks really good. The sim rig is done. I'm sitting on it and it feels great. Just finished it a couple hours ago. I ate dinner and I've been doing a couple laps, just kind of getting my feet wet. I wanted to kind of explain why I got a sim rig and, well, what you guys are going to be seeing. So there's 2 main reasons why I got this. Number 1, I want to make videos and also stream live. I think it would be really, really fun. And I mean, I love talking with you guys, and I just think that streaming would be a good time, to be honest. And 2, I want to have something to do this winter when it's, cold and there's snow outside, and obviously I can't race. But then also I want to kind of expand my horizons and get into some competitive racing with iRacing. We'll go over that eventually, but I actually think that sim racing is pretty realistic in a number of ways. Obviously, there's massive differences in terms of how the car feels and, complications. And hey, if you go off track in a sim rig, nothing happens. If you go off track in real life, a lot can happen. But those are my main 2 reasons. So really, I want to go through and just do a baseline lap. So as part of another video that I'm going to do, it's going to be like a sim racing for 30 days or something like that. I'm going to take a benchmark lap. I'm going to do a couple of them, probably like 5 laps I'd say, and we're going to pick the best one, the best time, and that's going to be my benchmark. That's my brand new lap, not a whole lot of experience, and 30 days from now, I'd love to see that time 10 seconds off. That would be sweet. It's probably not going to be 10 seconds, but like 5 seconds. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the ND Cup car. So this is, basically just an ND Miata with Hoosiers. I think it has Bilsteins, obviously like race pads, roll bar, it's stripped, sequential gearbox, etc. So it's a cup car. Laguna Seca is a very well-known racetrack, and it's also free. So those are my reasons. And literally just default settings for weather. That's it. In terms of how iRacing kind of operates, it's actually genuinely realistic, and I truly mean that. Uh, you'll see when we get out, the tires are freezing, and you will go off track if you try to push it. That's actually one of my complaints with the game. I don't know if you can turn that off or not, but it is pretty realistic in that sense. You can damage your car as well, and it's nuts. You can get really into the nitty gritty. You can do your own alignment and stuff like that. It's pretty nuts. You see I got a little sideways there. Cold tires, baby. So how does the sim setup feel? Well, this is a pretty budget setup. So let's start with the mount itself. This is a Next Level Racing FGT. It was, I think, $600 with the monitor mounts. That's everything included. And I think it's a pretty good quality, to be honest. The build quality is good. It's all steel, which is great. I mean, it feels very rigid, honestly. I always hate this part. Sorry, I gotta concentrate. There we go. Alright. The build quality is pretty good. The instructions were pretty awful. We had to figure out a lot ourselves, which wasn't ideal, but to be honest, it's not that difficult. Steering wheel and pedals, I'm using the Logitech G209. This is my brother's old set, so he donated that for the sim rig, and you know, they feel pretty good. They're obviously budget, but you know, the main thing is that I am racing an ND Miata right now. That's the main thing. Yeah, sure, it's not, you know, a $2,000 setup, but it doesn't need to be. Alright, tires are still really cold. I also did not brake nearly as much as I should have there. That's alright. Didn't go off. It is very sad when you go off in this game. It definitely feels sad. Tires are definitely still a little bit cold, unfortunately. They're getting better, though. Like, yeah, there's a lot of understeer there. Still pushing a little bit. It's starting to get better. And the reason why I chose a Miata, obviously it's what I know. And I think that it's good to have a slow car because I have time to think right now. And I have time to talk. I'm literally holding a conversation while doing this. Whereas a lot of the other quicker cars, it's not really doable. There we go. Alright, made it through that. That is like the worst part of the track for me. I mean, not like worst, like I hate it. It's just I don't know it yet. Alright. Starting to get the tires warmed up. This is where I can actually start to push. I say that and then immediately go off. God, no. Oh, come on. It's definitely a little bit weird in terms of the vagueness of driving a simulator. You don't feel what the tires are doing, and you know, part of that may be this is a budget setup in terms of the, you know, steering and pedals. But it's definitely weird. You have to kind of know the car and exactly what's going to happen at what speed without being able to feel it. And I'm not at that point yet. Ooh, that was close. Almost went off there. Alright. Please don't understeer this time. I'm scared. Okay, I overbraked for that one, but that's okay. Safe lap. Alright. Made it around the first turn. That's probably my worst turn in this course. So that's good. We're down on time on that one. That's solid. I probably don't need to brake there, to be honest. My calves are also hurting. Alright, alright. Down on that turn, you guys can see it in like the top of the screen. Like the negative, you know, whatever that number is. If it's in the green, that's a good thing. There we go. Coming up to that weird downhill thingamajiggy. I don't even know what it's called. Little bit of oversteer. But we made it through and improved on time. It's exactly what I want to see. Alright, we're down on time there too. Look at that. Getting a little bit of push. That's okay. I'm going to play this corner safe because I want to put a good time down without understeering as I immediately understeer. Alright, let's see. What's my time going to be? I felt pretty good on this one. 146.7. Let's go. Alright. Whew. That took a lot of effort. Honestly. I don't know this track, to be honest. And it's a learning process for sure. Sim racing is weird. But anyway, so the benchmark of what I'm starting with is a 146.789. I hope to decrease that time by a lot. But there you go, guys. I'm so happy with this right now. Honestly, I think it's a great budget setup, and I cannot wait to start making videos. If you guys, you know, have any suggestions and content that you want to see, definitely let me know. This is something that I'm obviously going to be doing a lot of, and I'd love some input. But yeah, I'm going to keep chugging away at that time, and we'll see what happens. But, you know, thank you for watching. If you have any questions on the setup, or you want me to do like a full, like, you know, walk around kind of tour setup, I'll do that. I'm also going to, when I start streaming, you know, I'll put some fun things up there and, I don't know, make it look a little bit better. But for now, it's good. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. See ya.